Sunday morning, and I've been having a bit of a rough go recently. This is gonna be a healing vlog, if that makes sense. It's also my luteal phase. You know what time that is and how moody or sad or depressed you can feel. Basically, that's me right now. And then, as cringy as it sounds, it's real and it's happening to me, so I think I want to do something about it instead of doom scrolling all day, because that's what I have been. I've been up since 5 a.m. Not in a productive way. That's gonna be good, and it's gonna be teaching me, but hopefully it also teaches you guys something. Okay, I found perfect spot right on top of this hill. Dandelions and little purple flowers everywhere. So that's very nice. I brought out, so in my bag I brought a few journals. This is the Hey Girl journal. It's an interactive workbook. This is my notebook that I use for content planning, and then my actual journal. Got a picture of me healing and coping with my emotions, so that's the way I'm gonna do it. I don't know, it's just weird how our bodies are so programmed. Like, the slightest subconscious things make huge impacts on our bodies, and I think that's why healing is such a necessary thing. Instead of falling into bad habits that society wants us to use to cope. It's really weird how I'm feeling. I'm gonna journal first. I'm gonna try to work out myself why I'm feeling the way I am. And obviously, like, factors that I have to keep in mind. I am a teenage girl who's obviously gone through some trauma in the past, from childhood, like everyone else on this planet. Hormones that change all the time, and a crazy 28-day cycle that just changes your mood progressively. That was scary. What was I saying? Yeah, boys. They're a lot during this time. I think there's such controversy around healing. Everything's a trauma trigger. If you're trying to heal from your trauma triggers, that's a trauma trigger. Like, it's so bizarre. It just leaves me feeling so confused. But I know I'm not gonna fall into these horrible patterns. You don't always have to be building on yourself. And this is also a trauma trigger. And I am just yapping. You have to keep in mind I do have a podcast. I also didn't come out here and be vulnerable online. That's not entirely why I came out here. When I came out here was so I can actually get to the root of what I'm feeling, so I don't have to feel this way again, because I'm sick of feeling so unlovable and worthless and not enough, all because of stuff that happened to me that I never asked for. Kids don't ask to be born. They get put on earth, and sometimes they're treated greatly and they grow up great, but life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. There's going to be ups and downs, because that's part of the human experience. And a lot of that happens during your childhood. Okay, so I ended up writing about 7 pages full in my journal, and it was mostly about love. I did write a few prompts, probably put them in the description, but one that did stuck out to me was, what made me feel deserving of love when I was young? I'll let you sit with that. Hopefully that makes sense, but that one was a really good prompt that really stuck out. And then another one was, if I believed wholeheartedly that I'm already lovable, what would I do? So those made sense to you. I think they're good just to figure out how you love and why you do certain things that you do, or what causes certain things in your personal relationships. Doesn't even have to be romantic, I guess, but just in general. Another thing I wanted to talk about, so I'm going to close this up, is a habit I've noticed that I do subconsciously is I always brace my core, and like always, I don't ever let my stomach fully be, you know, if that makes sense. I researched it, and it is definitely a certain trauma response. Because if you grew up not thinking you have to look a certain way or do certain things to be enough, or if you were very criticized or neglected, stuff like that, what your body does is, in order to feel safe and protected, your body does it for you by bracing your core. And your core is also linked to self-worth, power, safety, and personal identity. So if that is dysregulated, it's gonna be not hard, but you're gonna have some issues with trying to connect with yourself and who you are. I'm gonna do my best to break this habit because I know exactly kind of the roots. Almost, not exactly, but I'm learning the roots and why I do it, and I'm realizing that it is not something that is normal, and I think I need to fix it, because if your body's chronically anxious and dysregulated, it's just better to have a regulated nervous system, and that's what we all want and deserve. If you take 2 apples and you say really positive things to one and really negative things to the other, which one's gonna last longer? Obviously the positive one, because it's being nurtured and valued, while the other one isn't. And that's kind of what I think about, is how, without realizing, your body does pick up on every little thing that you've experienced in order to protect you. So I find that really interesting, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about a bit. So if anyone has any advice or anything to add to that, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's definitely a possibility. And if you have any ways to fix it or cope with it, please let me know. This was a very fun and much needed day. I loved that I got to be outside in the middle of nowhere, completely alone, okay, my house is literally right across the road, but like through trees. Like I'm in this whole valley right now, and that's what I'm so grateful for, that I just have this in my backyard, no one to be seen for miles, and it's amazing, and I get to do stuff like this. So obviously I'm gonna pick this, or try to pick this, over those unhealthy coping mechanisms that unfortunately we are handed to. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you liked it, gave you some insight on stuff. But yeah.